Hi there and welcome to This Day in History, May 15th. May 15th is the 135th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 136th in leap years, with 230 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is alfresco. Alfresco can be an adverb or an adjective meaning outdoors, in the open air. This comes to us from Italian, where it means in the fresh. Earliest documented use of alfresco is 1717. Alrighty, and with that, we're going to start in the year 1536, when Anne Boleyn, the Queen of England, stood trial in London on charges of treason, adultery, and incest. And as I've mentioned before, these charges were manufactured, exaggerated. Her skirt-chasing husband had a new light in his eye and needed a convenient way to unload his current wife. And so there you go. They made up this stuff and put her on trial. Henry VIII was married 6 times, and 4 of those marriages were ended by annulment or execution. What a guy. But this item is about Anne Boleyn, who stood trial as mentioned earlier, and ultimately she was indeed condemned to death by a specially selected jury. On May 15, 1776, the 5th Virginia Convention instructed its Continental Congress delegation to propose a resolution of independence from Great Britain, paving the way for the United States Declaration of Independence. On May 15, 1800, King George III of the United Kingdom survived an assassination attempt by a fellow named James Hadfield, who was later acquitted by reason of insanity. And when I saw this, I thought, well, okay, he was acquitted, but then what? Was he set loose, or did they lock him up? I mean, he's crazy enough to try to kill the king. Is he going to try it again? Well, up to that time, defendants acquitted by reason of insanity had faced no certain fate and had often been released back to the safekeeping of their families. But this guy did try to kill the king, for crying out loud. The trial judge said the verdict was clearly an acquittal, but the prisoner, for his own sake and for the sake of society at large, must not be discharged. Don't set that guy loose. So Parliament got right on the stick and passed the Criminal Lunatics Act 1800 to provide for the indefinite detention of insane defendants. So James Hadfield was acquitted for the reason of insanity, but he was not cut loose. In a somewhat related item, on May 15, 1817, the first private mental hospital in the United States was opened in Philadelphia. Founded in 1813, the Asylum for the Relief of Persons Deprived of the Use of Their Reason, founded by the Quakers. It's had other names since then. It's now called Friends Hospital in honor of its Quaker origins, and it's still a mental hospital, too. This is the birthday of American novelist L. Frank Baum, born May 15, 1856. Best known for having written The Wonderful Wizard of Oz and its sequels. He lived to the age of 62. This is the birthday of French physicist and academic and Nobel Prize laureate Pierre Curie, born May 15, 1859. He's best known for radioactivity, several principles relating to magnetism, and the discovery of piezoelectricity. Sadly, he died in a traffic accident in Paris when he was only 46. Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton formed the National Women's Suffrage Association on May 15, 1869. Las Vegas was founded on May 15, 1905, when 110 acres adjacent to the Union Pacific Railroad tracks were auctioned off. This area would become the downtown area. And hey, all you Disney fans, listen up. You probably already know this, but Walt Disney's character Mickey Mouse premiered in his first cartoon, Plain Crazy, on May 15, 1928. This is the birthday of politician and diplomat and 64th United States Secretary of State Madeleine Albright, born May 15, 1937. Richard and Maurice McDonald opened the first McDonald's restaurant on May 15, 1940. Joltin Joe DiMaggio began his 56-game hitting streak on May 15, 1941. This is the birthday of English-Irish singer-songwriter, guitarist, and producer Mike Oldfield, born May 15, 1953. I'm sure many of my contemporaries will remember him from his biggest commercial success, Tubular Bells. Also the birthday of Hall of Famer George Brett, born May 15, 1953. The Soviet Union launched Sputnik 3 on May 15, 1958. On May 15, 1960, the Soviet Union launched Sputnik 4. And on May 15, 1963, the United States launched the final Mercury mission, Mercury Atlas-9, with Gordon Cooper on board. He became the first American to spend more than a day in space and the last American to go into space alone. And that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, links to my research is included in the show notes. Here. Images are retrieved from Bing Images, either public domain or licensed free to use and share. I think the correct terminology is free to share and use. Our lovely outro music is Divine Life Society by Jesse Gallagher from YouTube Music Library, and there's a link to his channel in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a like. Be sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. And remember that you can share this video with others with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. All right. Skylab, America's first space. Let's do that again. Okay, do that again. We'll do that in a minute. Thank you. That might not make it into video, we'll see. Changing it up.